The Biden administration has decided to supply Ukraine with cluster bombs as part of a new weapons package that's set to be announced on Friday. Now, cluster bombs, which were also used in Syria's civil war, release large numbers of smaller explosives that can kill and maim indiscriminately over a wide area. More than 120 countries have banned the weapons. The group Human Rights Watch says both Russia and Ukraine have used cluster munitions in this war. I asked our Washington bureau chief, Ines Pohl, what's behind this announcement.
Yeah, indeed, as you just said, we're expecting to hear an announcement tomorrow that the United States plans to send cluster munitions for 155 millimeter howitzer cannons with other weapons as well. So, Brent, this announcement does not only come days before the NATO summit next week in Vilnius, Lithuania, but also at a moment when President Zelensky is blaming Russia that they might be targeting the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, one of the biggest in Europe, and accordingly that could lead to a catastrophe in wide parts of Europe. So this announcement will be another commitment from the US, from President Biden to support Ukraine, to support their spring or summer offensive, even though, as you just mentioned, human rights groups worldwide condemn the usage of this cluster munitions.
Yeah, cluster bombs are definitely controversial. Talk to me a little bit more about what the reaction has been there in the U.S. or in Washington to this news.
Right, so first of all, and you also said that, and other news sources kind of also say that both countries, Ukraine and Russia, are already using those cluster bombs. So that's not really new to the battlefield. However, to kind of get a little bit of context how these work, so cluster munitions are kind of conventional explosives that break apart in flight and scatter bomblets, and they are called submunitions. And they have deserved this reputation as an especially ugly weapon of war because of the danger they pose to civilians. And not only that, as not all of this submunition explodes when it hits the ground, it is also kind of compared to landmines, as they can explode years later if someone steps on them, and that often are children and women. So these are reasons why most of the European countries, Germany included, have banned the use of cluster bombs. So this decision will cause a lot of controversy tomorrow, and we definitely will go to the press conferences and challenge the decisions and ask for the reasons behind it.
DW's Ines Pohl with the latest tonight from Washington. Ines, as always, thank you.